Alright. That's enough coping MAGA. I think I'm gonna go over to Young Conservative Brothers. And hey, guess what? They still steal content. Oh my god. They haven't learned their fucking lesson. So, here's what I'm gonna do. I went and copied this here. And I went to the Newsmax. And I think I'm just going to report them to Newsmax for stealing content. Because that's not something that I appreciate, okay? They don't comment over any of this. We'll see. Oh, whoa. Why is it doing that?
Congressman, lot to get down to.
Okay. Yeah. At no point do they actually like come in and comment, this is not transformative, this is not your work. Yeah. So hey, here's what we're gonna do. Enter. Check this out. Two gentlemen in two gentlemen. I'm really bad at writing this. On this channel have taken a significant amount of your content and did it without commentary or being transformative. I thought you might want to check them out. Wobbed? Waft. Check them out. Okay. Never had such bad internet. I am not a robot. Send message. Let's see if it works. Let's see if it goes through. We're still gonna watch their dumb asses talk about trans people. I can't wait to see what because I think that's what this is about. But can't wait to see what what's her face. Still not calling her. That's hold on. What? If you are contacting us about a charge on your credit or debit card, please do not call your credit card company, as we will resolve the issue with you as quickly as possible. All inquiries will be handled in the order they are received. Customer service. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's suspicious. Newsmax looking kind of sus, bro. I am going to somehow get that to Hannah. Save as caps lock. Oh. Save. Okay, cool. Got it. Done. Doodly. Let's check out these two turds. Stolen content. Also stolen. Not stolen. Stolen. All right. Now that I've reported these guys and I have internet back, we're going to go ahead and check something out. We're going to go ahead and count. We're going to do a count from the last 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago, starting with this one. Let's see if they come in. I just want to see if they come in at any point in this one. This is a 20-minute video that they fucking stole. Oh my goodness. All right, so that's number one. Oh, there it is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24, between 20 and 24 stolen videos in the last 2 weeks. Jesus, guys. You are the worst. I understand that it's Newsmax. Some people are going to be like, oh, so what? It's Newsmax. There are people who make their living doing this kind of shit, and you're stealing from them. You're trying to make a living off of the shit that they do for a living because they're professionals. I mean, Newsmax is... I mean, they are professionals. They're very professional folks. They say all of the wrong things, but they're very professional folks. All right. So anyway, let's see how Joe Biden is destroying sports. Let's see, women.
We are the Young Conservative Brothers.
Oh, that was cringe. Again, as
we're
usual.
breaking the stigma that white people.
Shut the fuck up. You're breaking the stigma of nothing, dude. Get rid of the dead space. Get rid of the rum 2020. Again, dude, move this shelf up. Move the shelf up. Put the hats on the table. It'll say Trump 2020 up here, and then it'll make a invisible triangle, and people will see, you two right down here. That's all you got to do. But you can't do that because neither of you have a fucking brain cell in your head. Look at you. What's wrong with you? Good Lord. Goodness gracious. All right, let's see what these two mushmouth motherfuckers have to say.
Can't talk about race, the system, and the government.
And if you are new here, don't forget to click down, subscribe, and turn on notifications to get new videos when we upload them.
That sounds
So
awful.
Today we're getting into
horrible,
another executive
actually.
order Biden signed. He actually signed this on the first day. We made a video about that, about Biden put America last again.
So
How?
pretty much combating discrimination.
Yep, that's pretty much what it is. And gender identity of sexual orientation. So they put that title, though, but they don't really put the other things in it. You know?
When you dive a
Like
little
what?
bit deeper and you look in between the lines, what does it actually mean?
So this person on Twitter said Biden will pretty much put in any funding that the government gives to the schools. So pretty much all public schools pretty much had to allow biological male athletes to women teams.
Scholarships.
Great sourcing, guys. Some guy on Twitter said, oh, wow, that's wild. You can't, edit the tweet in there or source it properly. Let's see if it's in the description. Do. Nope. Not there. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. It's almost like you two don't know what the fuck you're doing.
And etc.
Wow.
How far does the etc. go? But this is pretty much pushing in what we have seen from many athletes.
Loosen up. Loosen up. Loosen up. You're stiff. Are you reading? Because if you're reading, neither of you should be writing. And if you're speaking extemporaneously, please do not. That's basically all I have to say. on that. I mean, I could probably just end the video here.
Sports.
Yes, it's what at the end of the day, all it's doing is destroying the women's sports that let transgenders into their sport. They're men. They're built bigger, stronger. They're faster. They're just more built.
It's basic biology, and for a party, the Democrats to say,
I don't think either of these guys understand anything about biology, especially female anatomy. I don't think they know anything outside of, well, what they've seen on their Christian Minecraft servers or whatever, GTA titties. This is sweet. I love this. Snort that fucking coke, bro. Got it. Snipping tools moving. Yeah, I know. Let's see what else they got.
that science is the way to go. We have to believe the science. They seemingly don't like to believe biology at all.
No, they don't. The two genders, they do not agree with that at all.
That's because they're scientists and they understand that now gender is a spectrum. That's the science. That's the way science sees it. Gender is a spectrum, and the more we learn, the more things are going to change about that, and the more we learn about gender identity and shit like that, the more you're going to see trans people and I don't know, cross-dressers or more gay people. I don't know, whatever however that expresses itself. It isn't up to me or you or the government especially to fucking decide. By the way, if you two dipshits ever, sack up and go to the career center, guess what? You have to be either male or female. And if you walk in there and you're like, hey, well, I'm a female, you gotta fucking prove it, dude. You really gotta prove it. And if the government recognizes you as a female, that's how the government's gonna recognize you. They go off of biological sex, which is male and female. And gender identity is totally different. It's almost like they don't fucking understand anything that they're talking about. Gee whiz, Batman. We're a minute and 32 seconds
much
in.
Get into there's plenty of reasons why it shouldn't be allowed.
Like,
you look at the safety of the girls. You get into high school wrestling. So you're gonna want your daughter. Let's just say it's your daughter.
When I think of
against
safety
a
of
biological
women,
male, and he just picks her up and slams her and injures her.
Okay, why?
What's gonna happen then?
Hold on.
Oh.
You fucking Windows Media Player or Windows Movie Maker that shit into your video. Why couldn't you do that with the tweet, dude? I am so screenshotting this one too, cause I gotta fucking mold them together. Okay.
I don't know. As a father or a mother, you should be thinking more of a personal side. If that was your daughter, how would you feel if she just completely gets dominated on the mat?
Yep.
Or any other sports. We remember in 2019.
I would treat her the same way I would treat any of my children. I'd be like, hey, you did your best. Okay? That's the state of the world, right? That's the state of the world. Sometimes you gotta fight a dude. Like, it's not... I stay out of this debate. And I have no reason to be in the transgender in sports debate. I don't give a fuck, because my view on sports is just give me the ball. Let's go play. Who's playing? Oh, a dude in a dress. I don't give a fuck. Can he hit a ball? Sure. Oh, fucking home run. Good job, dude. What are we playing? Hockey? That's my sport. I'll play the fuck out of some hockey. I wonder if these two play hockey. I guarantee there would be fucking penalty box. Actually, whoa, I didn't mean to do that.
On the mat.
Yep.
Or any other sports. We remember in 2019 that in Bloomfield High School, transgender athlete Terry Miller
Open your fucking mouth,
wins
dude.
the final of the 55-meter dash over transgender athlete Andrea Yearwood.
Yeah, so first and second they got. And the thing is they're males and they competed in their sports, and then they knew the one that came in second was last, and the guy that came in first was second on last. So they're like, God, we cannot beat the men, but we are men.
I know
What's a
where to
way-
go.
Yep, I'm gonna go act like I'm a woman.
Or maybe they're actually transgender and then they don't feel competing against men is fair to them, so they want to compete against women. And while it may seem pretty unfair because they are built like men, I don't think their reasoning is, well, I can't beat any of these men. I'm just going to go compete in women's sports. If that's your reasoning, then you're a dickhead. You're a jackass. But if you're actually transgender, then yeah, you're probably on T blockers and hormones and shit. So it probably wouldn't make a whole lot of sense to compete against a bunch of dudes that are basically testosterone factories. Kind of, I mean, they would end up last. Doesn't mean that when they compete against the women, they're gonna end up first every fucking time. God, I really want to stay out of this
and say
stupid
how
debate.
courageous I am,
hate it.
and I'm gonna beat all these women that I'm so much better than.
Yeah, well, but with these two
That's how these guys think.
transgenders,
That's
you'll
the
be seeing in this
problem.
video coming up
That's not
that
how
an actual
that's not how
biological
most
female
people think.
looks back after the race in disgust.
Yes.
Oh,
And another thing, guess what happened with this? It was a top 5 that would go to advance, and you know what that results in? College scholarships, free ride to college, and also to
goodness.
actually compete in it, and also could result in Olympics.
Well,
But guess what happens?
having these two transgenders just took 2 spots from
2
females.
spots. Whoever came in 6th and
These two transgenders. So here's an idea to mitigate that. Why don't we make a 4-year college free to everyone? Done. Easy. Solved your problem there, bud. That way we don't have to worry about scholarships and shit like that. You know? I mean, scholarships, yeah. That'd be great. So you can, like, eat. You don't have to work a job or something. And working and going to school sucks. Going to school sucks.
7th didn't go in
You just
advance.
got screwed.
Yes. Here's the video clip.
You added a video clip, but you couldn't put the fucking tweet in? What's wrong with you guys? Nothing you do is good. Looks like a bunch of chicks that ran. Like,
So you guys probably remember that from seeing that from about a year and a half now.
100% guarantee you guys, guaranteed, these two would absolutely 100% argue against black people competing against white people. They would. It would happen. I can nail it. If I had all the money in the world to create a time machine and send them back to fucking 1930s, they'd be like, no way, that's not gonna happen. And they'd use the same reasoning, like, oh, they can't compete against the other Negroes, they gotta come compete against the white man and fucking, I don't know, beat us at basically every sport for the last 150 fucking years. I don't know. Not a whole lot of black hockey players. However, the black hockey players I played with were very, very skilled. Very, both skilled and, what was I gonna say? Not only treated poorly by the refs. Our black players got treated like shit. Like, it was way too blatant and obvious. Shouldn't have happened where we were. But anyway, I digress. These two don't like black people, probably.
Remember that was video clips everywhere.
Allegedly.
But they got glorified.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
It was a huge controversy. Many parents
Controversy?
were totally against allowing
Open your
having
fucking mouth.
bringing biological men in women's sports,
God.
which most people do agree should not happen.
No.
And then actually having
It's the most
transgenders in female sports, which a very few amount of people actually think it's okay, but it's not.
No.
You are going to have these people that are literally coming out stronger, bigger,
Yep.
and even more athletic could be than others.
and they just stole scholarships from the women.
Mm-hmm.
What's
Did
going
they
to happen
though?
at the end of the
Did
day?
they actually,
it's-
or are you just putting
you
up
think
a
it's just
slippery
two.
slope argument?
Wait until it goes
it
into
sounds like a
5.
slippery
so
slope
5
argument.
transgender males just took went in advance. Don't wait till then. Wait until it's all. Wait until all the teams are filled of transgenders. Because you think of a coach. What do I want to win? Which one do I want to pick? Transgender men, or I want to that are a lot better than women at the sport?
All you really want to do is win.
Who do I want to win as the coach? I want all of my players to win. I want all of my players to win. That's pretty simple, pretty easy. But if you're the coach, and you're not like picking like what the fuck are you even talking about? Maybe I never ran track, and that's what I'm trying to pull a hair out of my finger, so this hurts. If you want somebody to coach, like, yeah, I guess if it doesn't really fucking matter. I don't understand why these guys are wrapped around the axle about this. I'm pulling a hair out of my finger, just like trying to make sense of any of this, and it just doesn't make it. Like, look, you're not serious. You are not serious people.
That's
Right,
at
there's
the end
going
of
to
the
be
day.
a few coaches that want the integrity, but you're
Yes.
not going to win.
Nope.
You
And
won't be able to win.
It's such a disadvantage.
Open
And
your
you know what the
mouths.
left does, they celebrate it. Here's a picture right here. This is a joke. Wow, this is what we want in women's sports, right? This is what we want.
Look at the size of this guy. He's like a Shrek compared to a little friggin' person. He's pretty much bending over twice.
You hear that? He's like a Shrek compared to a little fucking person. Yeah, you know, compared to a little freaking person, most large individuals would also be like Shrek, and also it's a she. It's a she. It's she. Ow. Sorry about that. Didn't mean that one.
Twice the size of this little
Yep.
girl. Probably weighs double the amount.
The thing, probably more than double. You probably go maybe 2.5
So you
times.
use your
But
damn-
I bet if you have this guy stand in
Use
front of
your
this
agility.
girl, I bet you wouldn't be able to see the girl. I bet you 100% you wouldn't be able to see her. And so what happens here? He was in rugby. He eventually got banned. Thank you. Someone with some balls actually stood up and went against the transgender.
Yeah,
This guy
dude.
could seriously.
I guarantee you, I challenge you to have the balls to debate Hannah. In fact, I'm sent to clean your rooms. Trans man, not trans woman. Just snowflakes. The picture you showed is. Oh my god, dude. Oh, dude.
Someone with some balls actually stood up and went against.
I can't even. I'm gonna do it, yeah. Ooh. Caps lock is on. There you go. Let's stir the drama pot. I am such a douche. Anyway, I guarantee you they won't have the balls
against
to do
the transgender.
it.
This guy can seriously hurt someone, and that's a physical sport.
Really
Really
hurt her.
bad.
He can even end their career.
Think about it.
2
He's
points.
even big to even think about with men. Well, you probably see from that picture that we showed, probably about 6'4", 6'5", probably like 250.
They've really
That's
studied
still
this
damn big
picture.
for a man.
That it just overpowers.
really
people.
looked
Like,
at
how
this
can you see
picture.
that this is a fair playing field? Go on, like, Grant. If you want to go make your own sport,
Yep.
Go put transgender versus other transgender. Go ahead. If you succeed, good for you.
Oh yeah. Let's just exclude people even more. Yeah, I think. Wait, didn't I think it was a college team had a female kicker that these two were shitting on, and it's essentially the same thing. Why there's no rule against it? Why exclude them? Why not put them in? Why put them into their own category? Like, they're gonna use the same argument. Well, just give them their own bathroom. Well, you know what? Just give them their own island, and then they'll just die off. Well, that's not how it works, guys.
But do
You
not
kinda
let
gotta
them into
accommodate
female sports
in a way
or
that
even female into men's sports.
Doesn't just
because just keep
shit
it
all
separate.
over an individual.
Because at the end of the
or an
day,
entire
all it's going to
group.
do is destroy women sports. Because this is one other thing I actually do want to bring up.
A group
Is
of
you don't see
individuals.
transgender women go to men and compete in men's sports.
You don't?
Or if you do, the men are like, I'm not going to wrestle or anything with you.
They actually go light on them.
Yes. But the thing is you don't really see it. You know why? Because the men that are losing and can't beat the other men, they get in their head, like I said before, I'm going to go to women and beat them and actually win something and accomplish something because I never have.
You heard it here first, folks. These two winners, these two fucking white bread, never seen a pussy that didn't smell like codfish, pieces of shit, think that the only reason transgender men want to compete in against women, I hope I have that right, is because they're just weak, and they understand that they're weak, and they can't compete against the other men, so they just have to, settle on their weakness and go into a safe space, so that they can make accomplishments. Accomplishments like these two have had accomplishments. I have
Because
some
the men are better
accomplishments.
than I
Check
am.
this
But when
out.
you really think that man or whatever it is
This
very
is an
weak.
accomplishment.
They have very low self-esteem. They don't really
Story
care,
behind
or
that
they don't even know
at
that they
11.
can do better than what they can do.
Yep, and another
You've
thing,
seen
you
it
don't see
before.
women trying to go in men's sports because they're in a disadvantage right there. Why they not just stay with the women? But another thing I want to say, transgender, they all have a mental illness. They're all messed up in the head. When they usually take off body parts and do all other stuff, they're really depressed. The problem is why they're like this is when they're kids, their parents, moms especially, putting them in, they're a boy, putting them in tutus, dresses,
Playing with dolls,
putting them
everything.
with dolls, everything. So in their minds, they're,
That's not it at all. That's not it at all. And I implore you, again, go ahead and debate Hannah. And use this. Use this. In fact, go against actual Jake as well. I guarantee you, if you think, if my hopes of Newsmax burning you off of the internet are high, I can guarantee you that Jake, actual Jake, will fucking annihilate you like a fucking meteor hitting a small town. A giant asteroid, the Chicxulub asteroid, would come on to your little Florida town and just decimate the entire area and the entire world the moment you tried to step up. But you can't do that because you're too chicken shit. You know your ideas are bad. Your ideas suck. Your production sucks. And you know what? I don't think I really have to say anything more about these pieces of shit. Should I? Should we see? Let's see. Let's zoom ahead and see how they stretch this shit out to 15 fucking minutes.
At the end of the day, you guys are literally like a family, a group. Whoever messes up, it leads to another death and your death.
Oh,
You're gonna have them
shit. Are they talking about the transgender military? Oh, I got this one,
Irrational
son.
decision.